Hello everyone, welcome back. Bloody Bananas here. Before we start off the video, I just want to give a very sincere thank you to everyone that has supported me since the very beginning. We have now hit 1,000 subscribers, and that means we're now officially a YouTube partner. So I couldn't have done it without all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I look forward to continue my journey as a YouTube content creator on Pokemon Go, and I will strive to bring more fun content for all of you guys. If you guys have any ideas for a special episode of 1000 sub special, make sure to drop it down in the comment below, and I will see if I can deliver. Alright, so now let's get into the videos. I apologize for not having created too much content recently because, as a lot of you guys know, I actually had a pretty good success with one non-XL team. I hit expert really early with that non-XL team, but I tried to recreate that success with a couple different non-XL teams, and unfortunately I've dropped quite a lot of points with some of the non-XL teams, and I didn't feel comfortable, you know, recommending a team that I didn't really do well with to you guys. So that's why I didn't really create too much content for all of you during Ultra League. But I'm very glad that Ultra League is finally over and we can put it behind us. As we get into Masters League or Elemental Cup, if you guys decide to play that. But personally, I don't want to invest any new resources to a format that might not be around again. But I know that Master League, you know, probably will be around in the future as well, right? And I finally have the resource to actually build some teams with the Master League Pokemon. I think I have around 6 usable Master League Pokemon. So I built 3 teams that I thought would be pretty cool to play with. So I also played against 4 battlers who are friends of mine. They're all very, very strong battlers as well. So some of them don't have many resources, which is very normal, right? They could be very good battlers and don't have resources for Masters League. But some of them have everything, right? So this should be pretty interesting. So this first team is probably the team that I will play the most, which is actually ABA Psychic with Lugia in the lead and Mewtwo in the back and Kyogre in the middle. So the reason why I wanted to use this double Psychic team is that Lugia doesn't really lose to many Pokemon, right? Even against this Giratina here, Lugia could actually beat Giratina pretty convincingly. Well, not convincingly, but you can soft lose this, or you can actually win this depending on how you play. So here we go for straight Sky attacks. They shield once. I actually shielded one of their baits, but I think we might come out on top. We actually simultaneous KO. Okay, so that just goes to show how strong Lugia is with the new Dragon Tail buff. Against one of its supposedly hard counter, right? Giratina hits everything for super effective, and Lugia is still able to come out on top. But I definitely misplayed this game, as you guys are going to see. So against Dialga here, I probably no-shield this, and I'm trying to get the Surf off, because after the Surf, this Dialga will be Side Strike range. But Dialga actually had Thunder here, which I did not expect. And here I make another mistake, because I didn't know Shadow Ball doesn't KO here, which is fine because I'm still learning the matchups, right? And then I threw, and my opponent still got to a move. So that means I still have to give up a shield. But if I just overfarmed, shielded this move, and overfarmed quite a lot, I think I could have still beaten this Kyogre in the back with with a lot of energy lead. But unfortunately, I misplayed in many different ways, even though the lead matchup actually went quite well for me. I didn't expect the Thunder from Dialga, so very well played by my opponent here. And I think this team is probably going to be very common, my opponent's team, with Giratina, Dialga, and the Kyogre. 3 very strong Pokemon, right? Alright, so next team that I'm playing with is actually ABA Double Dragon. So we have Dragonite in the lead, and then they come in with the Dialga. So this is where we need Melmetal to handle Dialga and Togekiss. The reason why I'm using these ABA teams in Masters League is that I think with energy lead, a lot of times your Pokemon can win a losing matchup, right? So if I can just soft lose the lead matchup, I can get farm on my other Pokemon so that even if I land in a bad matchup, I could still win. But that was just my thought process behind building these ABA teams. So here we have Melmetal, pretty hard counter against Dialga, right? I think I actually just have to shield once here and to guarantee winning this matchup against the Dialga. Unless my opponent swaps. So my opponent swaps into Kyogre here. He's building up quite a lot of energy. I want to throw my Wild Charge before my opponent gets to a Blizzard, right? And I'm pretty sure this move will KO, and I will still have very healthy Zekrom here. Zekrom is very, very strong because even against the Togekiss, which is supposedly a really strong counter, right? Zekrom can still almost one-shot with the Wild Charge, if I remember correctly. So I could have probably farmed a little bit more, and I would have been able to land that Wild Charge, and this game would be much easier. But fortunately, we still have a Melmetal with loaded energy, so we just have to go for a double Rock Slide to take out Togekiss, which is our worst enemy for our Dragonite. And then I come in with my Dragonite here, and I should be able to take out this Dialga. I should be able to get to 2 Dragon Claws before my opponent gets to 2 moves or Dragon Breath me down, right? So I get off my first Dragon Claw, and just a couple Dragon Breaths should be able to take out my opponent. Alright, oops. So, where are we? Alright, next game we have Kyogre Mirror matchups. Okay, this is very interesting. It all depends on if your opponent is running Thunder. I'm running Thunder myself because I really like how it could pressure shields from even Dragonite, and also it does well against Kyogres, right? So here we're going for this Thunder. My opponent does not shield, thinking that we don't have this move. We have 15 attack. If my opponent had 15 attack, then that was probably a CMP tie. They come in with Dragonite. I have 2 answers to this Dragonite, so I actually just come in with my Lugia. The Dragon Tails does so much damage after the buff recently, so this Dragonite can't really touch this Lugia. So I really love playing Lugia. I just really like the concept of Lugia. It's such a cool Pokemon, right? So here, I'm trying to get to the Aeroblast, but I don't think I could, so I just go for this last minute Sky Attack, just 1 Dragon Tail away, but I'm thinking that my opponent might want to shield this, right, since they only have 1 Pokemon remaining, so they end up shielding that. And now this is actually going still to be quite tricky, because I need to get off the Surf to chip my opponent. I want to shield this. If my Surf lands, I could probably just Dragon Breath down. If this does not land, I need my Zekrom to get to a move, or hopefully Dragon Breath down. But it will be very, very close. So I'm trying my best to Dragon Breath down this Dialga here. I know that my opponent still has a low health Dragonite in the back, right? So my opponent's win condition is basically catching the move, and my opponent almost caught the move. But frankly, I think even if my opponent caught the crunch, I think I still have enough health to just barely Dragon Breath down this Dialga, right? So very close game, very close, best of 3 to my friend K Dawn, who used to be a Lana Loco. So very well played, and thank you for the battles. Next up we have SophToph, very famous Twitch streamer, as many of you guys know. She's, like I mentioned in our previous practice battle, she's very good at showing her LoseCon and going through with her LoseCon on stream. So if you guys find that educational, you should definitely check out her stream. Alright, so we landed a pretty good lead against Dragonite. So my opponent safe swaps into a Mewtwo, very strong safe swap, unless you have a Yveltal counter, Yveltal as a hard counter, right? So I actually go into my Kyogre here, because I'm thinking my Kyogre is very bad against the Dragonite, and I'm trying to avoid this matchup. So I think this is where I forced overtapped, which is very unfortunate for me. So I'm trying to throw the Surf, but there's like very weird force overtap. I was really trying to throw that move instead of getting one extra waterfall. And here I'm gonna try to farm down this Mewtwo after this failed move throwing. My opponent comes into the Dragonite. My switch timer is not back up. I really like this swap by Soph. Very good usage of the swap timer, right? But I should be able to stall the timer here and then swap into my Lugia so that I have a sack swap for later, which could be very good in the future, right? But again, Lugia is such a good wall against Dragonite, and I could just basically just Dragon Tail all the way down because it just does so much damage. And now I'm pretty loaded with my energy, and it's very hard to farm down Lugia with pretty much anything, unless you have Shadow Claws. That's one move. Giratina Origin is probably the only Pokemon that could reliably farm down Lugia, right? So here, as you guys can see, the Aeroblast does half health to a resistant Metagross. I find that absolutely hilarious. Alright, so we are one Dragon Tail away, so I go for the Sky attack, hoping to chip it down or get the last shield. We got the last shield, so that is very good for us. And then I come in with my Mewtwo here, I believe. Yep, and I'm trying to catch the move. And what I did was I did one fast move, and then I tried to sack swap into my low health Kyogre, and we were able to just barely do it. So now I'm thinking my opponent probably wants to catch a Shadow Ball here. So I'm going to overfarm quite a little bit because I know that their fast move pressure is not there yet. So we did see the sack swap, and now we have a Shadow Ball loaded, ready for this Metagross. And we're able to take this win with personally my favorite team that I'm most likely going to play in Masters Classic, ABA Psychic. Alright, next up we have Dragonite on Dragonite action. This is very interesting. I think I have a better Dragonite here. I have a Hundo, but Soph definitely does not. So I should win CMP ties unless she also has a 15 attack Dragonite. But we got a shielder, and I think I will just let this go. Because I think one of the most important thing in Master League is really getting the shields. Because with the shields, you can really beat any Pokemon. Just one-shotting a lot of Pokemon that are that exists, right? So here they come in with the Mewtwo. They didn't build up to the Focus Blast because it's 9 Cycle Cuts for the Focus Blast, meaning that I'm not going to shield the first move, and I'm trying to chip it down with 2 Rock Slides, because after 2 Rock Slides, I think I should be able to Dragon Breath down this Mewtwo within 7 Dragon Breaths. That's when the Mewtwo will get to another Side Strike. So here they did 3, and then they died with the Side Strike. So very good situation for me. I have a Zekrom with a slightly loaded energy. They come in with Dragonite, so that means whatever they have in the back is probably weak to my Zekrom. And from previous game, we know that it's most likely a Metagross in the back, right? And we do see the Metagross coming, and I just need to land a single crunch. I do still have a shield remaining, and this should be a wrap, because Zekrom is a pretty good solid counter to Metagross if you have shields, because you do outpace to the crunch versus their Earthquake, right? So we should Dragon Breath down here. Are we going to do it? Okay, we actually let this Zekrom go. Meteor Mash does not KO me, and I come in with my Melmetal to farm down this Metagross. I know that their Dragonite is dry, completely out of energy, because they threw the Dragon Claw earlier, right? And they're very low, so I just go for the Superpower. Just to show her that we have Superpower with our Melmetal. Alright. Just to reveal the moveset. Alright. Next up, we have Kyogre versus Dragonite. Again, we know what she has. I don't think she changed her team at all. So we know that there's going to be Mewtwo. And I came in with my Lugia. So this is actually an ABB line that I was thinking about. So the plan is to draw out a Charmer, or Togekiss in this case, with the Lugia, because Lugia obviously has Dragon Tail, so it's not very strong against Charm user, right? Alright, here we're against Metagross. Oh my god. Are you guys seeing how insane this Lugia is outputting this damage against a Metagross who resists everything? So I don't really want to shield this, because if I shield and then I throw the Sky Attack, this Metagross dies, but then I'm down a shield and they can farm down my Lugia, right? So I let it go down. I come in with my own Kyogre. This Dragonite is still very threatening to my Zekrom in the back. So my plan is to land a Thunder or get their last shield and kind of just sacrifice my Kyogre at this point, because it's not very useful against this Dragonite. And I know that they have a Mewtwo in the back most likely. They throw a Dragon Claw, so this is what I wanted to happen, so that I can swap out right here and hopefully to farm as much as I can. But this is still going to be very, very sketchy, because Mewtwo just does so much damage and it generates energy just so fast, right? So the Mewtwo will be able to get to 2 Side Strikes before I get to 2 Crunches. And because the Mewtwo outpaces me by quite a bit, as long as they land 1 Side Strike, I think I should I probably lose this game, because it just does so much damage against anything that's neutral, right? If you think about it, Side Strike does 40% to a Dialga who resists Side Strike. So we're not Dialga, we don't resist it, and we just die. So very well played by Soph, taking a win at the end there with only 1 legendary Pokemon on her team. Alright, next up we're playing against Swampyert, who was also a very, very high level battler in Great League and even Ultra League. He's very, very strong. So here, but I don't think he has a lot of resources for Master League. So here we see the lead of Metagross. We basically have 2 counters in the back, so I thought, you know, we might as well swap into our Mewtwo, because we do run Shadow Ball here, double Legacy Mewtwo. And I'm always trying to build up to at least CMP tie when I'm throwing this Shadow Ball. I know that I should always outpace this Metagross, so I'm not too worried about this matchup, because I know that I will get to the Shadow Ball anyways. I was afraid that, you know, maybe he was gonna go for a catch, but I don't think he knows the counts for Mewtwo and Shadow Ball, so we're able to land that Shadow Ball, and that's very good. They come in with Groudon. Again, I have 2 counters in the back, so I just try to catch the Fire Punch, but I swap out, and we actually see a Rhyperior coming in, which is a very, very spicy pick. So you guys can see that the Dragon Tails are still chunking. This is the power of Lugia, right? And we survive a Rock Wrecker. That is absolutely insane to me, that how much damage does Lugia can tank, right? We get off this Arrow Blast, we got this Rhyperior really low. So now we have Kyogre coming, farm down this Rhyperior, and then they have a Groudon here. I don't think I'm in Earthquake range, so I actually don't shield this, and I still have a Side Strike loaded. I'm pretty sure Side Strike should take out this Groudon, almost take out this Groudon at this point, because once again, Groudon does not resist Side Strike, so Side Strike will do a lot of damage. If your Pokemon does not resist Side Strike, then yeah, Mewtwo is a big problem for you. Alright, next up, I'm running the ABA Double Dragon team, Rhyperior. You always want to wait to see if they have Mud Slap or Rock Throw. So they have Rock Throw, I immediately swap into my Zekrom. This is a game where I massively misplayed, because I think I could have won this game pretty easily. Alright, so they stay in. I want to shield a Rock Wrecker because Zekrom is not the tankiest Pokemon, and I want to preserve health a little bit. And I'm over farming quite a lot. I'm trying to throw this Crunch just before this gets to another Rock Wrecker, right? I want to get at least another shield. We do get the shield, but they make a perfect catch into Dragonite, which is just very well played. Because essentially it's not very useful energy, because Wild Charger would have done so much more, right? So now I come in with my Melmetal. I'm not going to throw a Rock Slide right away, because I know that he will always time on the CMP. And I know I'm going to tank this move anyways. I might as well just tank it, and then trying to overfarm and then get this rock slide off just before they get to the next Dragon Claw. Or maybe they were at the Dragon Claw, but they wanted to build up a little bit more. But we take out this Dragonite, and then they come in with Metagross. So now I'm thinking my Melmetal is pretty much my strongest Pokemon against this team, right? So I go for the superpower, and now I'm gonna dip. All I need to do is land this Hurricane. I'm trying to throw in the middle of the Bullet Punch so that he can't catch it, but I missed the timing. I'm always looking to throw in the middle of the Bullet Punch, but every time I see the Bullet Punch, I think, oh, I can't make it, and then this is what happens. My opponent comes in with Rhyperior with the loaded Rock Wrecker, and I can't really farm down this Rhyperior because it resists Thunder Shocks, and Surf will still do quite a bit of damage. So I'm trying to throw, or if they have superpower, that's even worse, right? So I have to take out this Rhyperior by throwing this energy, and then I have a superpower. I need to build up to 2 superpower, which I was not able to before my opponent gets to the Earthquake, right? I think another way for me to win is to not shield my Dragonite at the end there, or if I just got my Hurricane off, that would be the easiest way for me to win, but I missed my timing. Alright, so next up, again, we have this Rhyperior, and we're running the ABB team, hoping to bait out a Charm User or Togekiss. Alright, so we're going for this Surf against Metagross, because Metagross is not a counter to Kyogre. You can just shield once, and then pretty much farm down after that. If you land the Surf, if they shield the Surf, then you have to throw your energy as well. So we take out this Metagross, and we have a Surf stored. They come in with Dragonite. I have technically 2 counters in the back, so I think I will actually make a swap, hoping to bait out the Rhyperior, right? So I come in with my Zekrom, my soft counter to this Dragonite. I will soak up this Dragon Claw. I want to preserve my shields for now, and then I should be able to reach my Crunch, but my opponent actually swapped into Rhyperior, which is understandable because they want to avoid the Dragonite. They want to avoid the Rhyperior matchup against my Kyogre, right? But we still have a Kyogre ready, and he was not able to get to a Rock Wrecker, and we're able to take that out. And then they come in with Dragonite. We still have a full health Lugia to go, guys. A full health, full HP Lugia that just chunks with Dragon Tails, and we're able to win with a shield on each side. So very well played. Thank you, Swampyert, for doing these practice battles with me. It was very helpful. And next up, we have YasserAleed, who is also a very elite trainer, or self-proclaimed the best player in the world. All right, first game. This is questionable moveset on this Giratina, having Dragon Breath. Personally, I think Shadow Claw is probably a little bit better, just against the Psychics and the Steel types, right? Or the Fairies. All right, so we just go for a straight Aeroblast, because very unlikely for my opponent to shield against a Lugia, especially as a Giratina altered, right? Who is very bulky, and we got the boost. That's a very significant boost, because now even Sky Attack will do a lot of damage. But it's a Togekiss, which is a Pokemon that I do not want to face with my next 2 teams, right? I'm just going to go for Aeroblast because I recognize that I can't get to 2 Sky Attacks. I go for this Aeroblast, and my Lugia goes down, which is fine. I think I actually got another boost on the death, which is absolutely hilarious. Alright, so next up, we have this Kyogre versus this Togekiss, which is a very good matchup. Kyogre has a strong matchup against anything that's not a Dragon type. Kyogre pretty much beats everything, as long as they're not Dragon. So here they come in with the Mewtwo. Actually has Confusion. Alright. I don't think it really mattered here because obviously we have 2 shields against her 1 shield, right? And they're dry on energy with the Togekiss. So all we need to do was take out this Mewtwo with 2 Side Strikes, and this game is pretty much over. I think after the lead matchup played out, where we got where we took it out and we forced a shield from the Rickis, that's where we pretty much secured the win here. And yeah, Yasser does not even shield here because he knows it's pretty much over. Alright, next up we have Dragon Knight against Togekiss. Alright, this is very bad. So I actually swap into my Zekrom here because I could at least get a shield with Wild Charge. And that's pretty much all I'm asking for. Alright, they have a Garchomp in the back. If he doesn't shield this Crunch, I think I actually win this matchup because the Dragon Breath will do so much damage. They have Dragon Tail, which is very, very scary. And it turned out that they actually farmed me down. So at least we baited out this ground type Pokemon so that our Melmetal does not have to see this, right? And I need my Dragonite to take this Garchomp out. This will be very difficult, but I do have to shield this Outrage because Garchomp is just very threatening to my Melmetal in the back, right? And we're able to take out this Garchomp, and they probably coming back in with the Togekiss. I really want to land a Hurricane eventually, so I save some energy, I go into my Melmetal, and I think here is where I make some misplays. I think the best play, honestly, is to go for Superpower, because it's very unlikely for my opponent to shield the first one, right? So you might as well go for the Superpower, just because it's so unlikely for that to happen. And I make another misplay by not shielding the Superpower, so it probably ended up becoming a bait call kind of game. If I call the baits, I win. At least I will take a lot less damage. So here we go for the Superpower. And then I'm trying to throw this Rock Slide, but they throw one turn before me. Hopefully that was not a CMP tie. So I'm going to build up some energy, and I'm looking to snipe down this Snorlax, which I was able to. And if I get to this Hurricane, I'm pretty sure I can win, because then I can just throw back-to-back Rock Slides. But unfortunately, I think my opponent actually got a Charm through here as well, Invisible, because our health did go down after that, and that gave enough energy for my opponent for a Flamethrower. But as you guys can see, it was actually very, very close. So if I was able to get to that Hurricane, I think I just needed one Dragon Breath. If I had one extra Dragon Breath somewhere, then I think I could have probably won this. But still very, very well played by my opponent and a close game. Next up, we have Kyogre versus Mewtwo. So this is where both matchups are neutral. I tried to catch a move here. I was not able to. Well, I'm going to catch the Shadow Ball here incoming, which does 50% to Lugia, which is fine. And then they're coming with the Yveltal. I'm trying to get to this Aeroblast, because Aeroblast will actually one-hit KO a Yveltal, pretty much, almost. So what I can do here is try to shield bait, and I'm probably going to go for straight Sky Attacks. This is not even shield baiting at this point, because I can get to 2 Sky Attacks, and eventually I will get a shield, or I'll take out this Yveltal, right? So I get this Sky Attack off. It does pretty decent damage, and then we get a pretty nice lag, but it was probably neutral. We were all taking damage there. And then they throw this Dark Pulse to take me out, but we still have this Kyogre here, so we're going to try to Waterfall down this Yveltal all the way. But it all depends on what they have in the back, and we'll see if Zekrom could fulfill its duty to 1v2 in the back with when they have a low health Yveltal. So we go for a Surf, and then we get to the next Surf. I think it was either over tap on my opponent's side, or they just lost track of my energy. But even if they throw the Side Strike there, I was going to let it go, and I was just going to farm down with my Zekrom, right? And that would be very bad for my opponent anyways. So they're coming with the Metagross, which is totally fine by me. I have this Crunch ready, which I actually get before their Earthquake, I believe. So I land the Crunch, and now they only get to one move. Their only win condition is landing the Earthquake here, which I will not let that happen by just shielding once, and they can't bait and get to the Earthquake, right? They come with a Yveltal, which is totally fine because it doesn't get to a Dark Pulse, and we're able to take the win with the Zekrom. So thank you Yasser as well for the practice battles. Make sure you check out his Twitch channel and his YouTube channel, which will be linked below in the description. So I hope you guys enjoy watching some of these practice battles in Masters League. I will make more videos on my Master League battles with the first team, probably the ABA Psychic, because I think that team is very exciting, and I think it could be very fun to play with as well. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.